University Transport Management System, which is a Java-based application design that will be used to manage transport services for students, lecturers, and staff. This prototype or system demonstrates a deeper understanding or deeper object-oriented programming principles such as abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. So be sure to stick around as I walk you through these projects. Without wasting any further time, I hope you have Eclipse installed on your computer yet, and if you don't know how to install it, then you can watch one of my previous videos where I explain how we can install Eclipse and also configure it into our PC. But with that being said, I'm going to assume that you already have it installed on your PC. So I'll go ahead and open mine, and I'm going to create a new project first. So I'll come to File, and then I go to New, and I create a Java project. So that Java project, I'm going to keep the name simple, and I'm going to call it UT. Then after creating my project, I will leave everything as it is by default, and I'll click Finish. When I hit Finish, my PC is going to create a very new brand project, and I can see it here. To those who are kind of familiar with Java and in particular Eclipse Workspace, we know that we're supposed to save all the files inside the source folder. So I have my source folder right over here. And yeah, this is where I'm going to be saving my classes, my interfaces, and the rest of the documents that I want to, the rest of the files that I will want to save there. So to begin with, I will create interfaces. So first, what is an interface? Well, an interface defines what a class should do, but not how it does it. Like, it controls what a class should do, but not how it does it. And what do I mean here? Here, we're going to create interfaces that are actually going to be implemented by almost all the classes out there that are going to be related. Meaning, since we're going to be creating a university transport management system, we're going to implement interfaces, or we're going to create interfaces whereby they will be relating to the vehicles of which those people will be using. So that all the classes can be told what to do, although they cannot be told how to do it. So we are going to create our interfaces, and some of the interfaces we're going to create are going to be, so we come to the source folder, right click on it, go to New, and then we go to Interface. So I want to create an interface. The very first interface that we're going to create is going to be serviceable. Like I said, we are going to be creating interfaces that will be telling a class what to do, but not how it does it. Meaning, if we have a class which is a vehicle class, a vehicle must be serviceable. Then here the package name, the default, I'm just gonna type UT, the project name, and just keep it like that. And then I hit Finish. When I hit Finish, my interface is going to be created. And this interface is just as simple as that. So we go ahead and create some other interfaces. This is the first interface. And the second interface we're going to create is going to be trackable, because we want our vehicle surely to be trackable. So shall say trackable, and then the last interface we're going to create is going to be schedulable, so that we can be able to schedule our vehicles, like we give them schedules to go somewhere, or yeah, so schedule, it's supposed to be schedulable, and then we finish. With that being said, I have all my three interfaces. So what is the next step? What do they need to be included? So first of all, I'm going to start with serviceable. Now, serviceable, this one ensures that vehicles can be maintained, and it's going to uptake two methods, which those two methods are going to be, first of all, we're going to create a method which is going to check how to service a vehicle. Meaning, if we check that one, how we can service a vehicle, we should have a method that should keep that. So this method is going to service the vehicle. So how do we do that? We're going to create a void method, and the reason as why we are going to call this method is that it's not going to return any value. And for such methods that do not return any value, we just use void, because they won't be returning anything. So we say void, then we're going to call it perform maintenance. It's perform maintenance, because we're going to service the vehicle. You just keep it like that. By doing that, we have our method created. We also create another method, but this method is going to be is due or service. So what this method is going to do, it is going to return either true or false if the vehicle needs service. So this one is going to return either 1 or 0. So if it needs service, it's going to return true. If it doesn't need service, it's going to return false. So for that matter, therefore, since it's going to be returning either true or false, we're going to call it a Boolean. So we're going to give it a Boolean data type, and that is our first interface. For the second interface of trackable, we're going to do the same and create methods. And the very first method is going to be void, because it's not going to return anything, and we are going to be which is update. We're going to be update. This one is going to be updating the vehicle's GPS location. So it's going to be update location, which is going to take a parameter of location. So this one will be taking a parameter of location, but since it's not returning anything, we're going to give it like a void method. Then another kind of thing we're going to get here, we're going to get a string, get current location, and this is going to help us to fetch the current location of the vehicle wherever it is. Yes. Okay, and that is how we can create this method. And next, we're going to create another interface. And that interface is going to be a label interface. And the method we shall need for this is going to be void and update. It's going to be void assign to root. And what this is going to do, we're going to take the root. We're going to be using this to assign vehicles to some certain route. Then we're also going to put a method of void remove from route. So here we shall be assigning our vehicles to routes and also removing them from some routes. Now you must be noticing this kind of a red underline that is here, and this error is getting caused or is getting brought up because we don't have a class called root, because here I'm referring to a class, so we don't have that class yet created, but we shall create it in a very short time. So but for now we can leave it like that. So if I go over, you can see it is giving me ideas: create a class root, create a record root, interface root, but it is a class and we are going to create it later, so we can leave it for now. So that is how we can create our interfaces. In the next video we shall be continuing to see how we can create an abstract class, which is going to be a base class for our user. See you in the next video.